Yeah, Mom X. You said you didn't hear that. The girl was from Louisville, and they got on some kind of website, and he had her in Barberville, which is not too far from where Wagner all that happened, and they got him. Praise God, and they got her, and she wasn't hurt. So
I try to explain to kids, the internet, when I was,
Internet wasn't a thing.
it really wasn't a thing. And then when it finally did become popular, you had AOL chat rooms and this and that, and everybody was like, oh, what's your ASL?
Yeah.
Back then we didn't think twice about it. Now there is so many ways to hack into servers and get a digital location. You can try to lie your ass off.
yes, I would take RJ.
Someone in the
He's such
chat
a
was saying that there's a homeless camp about a field away from the hotel. You know if that camp was searched? Because I think the homeless people would, if they knew what was going on, they would hide them.
I think one of you guys are bouncing.
It has been searched.
Yeah, Heidi Harrison, she does Heidi Helping the Homeless, and she's taken multiple flyers of RJ and actually went through the homeless camp passing them out. Please, if you see something, come forward. Like, you're not going to get in trouble because, unfortunately, a lot of these people, some of them do have past, and, we're trying to explain to them, hey, if you have seen something, you're not going to get in trouble. Just let somebody know. That way we can let the police know and maybe, get more information.
Hold on a minute. Did you say Heidi's involved?
Heidi, that was one of the posts earlier, is that she posted in the Heidi Helping the Homeless group that she had went around and talked to the homeless camps.
Somebody needs to check into Heidi then. I'm just going to leave that there.
We've all been saying that for months.
Heidi was taking homeless people from Oklahoma City, taking them to Chickasha, and then collecting their disability checks on them.
Yep.
I said it.
The ones
Oh
I've seen
my
who
gosh.
are registered sex offenders.
Yeah.
She's brought more of them in than we could handle.
I'll fix it. Bring it here.
So like I said, with all these homeless people, anything's possible.
There's a charger right there, buddy. Go grab it.
Charger for what?
The iPad.
Hey, do this right.
I'm touching my phone.
Geez, Erica, we got to get your hubby a TikTok account.
Yes, we do. I mean, he's right on it.
I heard about this lady, and I don't really want to go too much into detail, but somebody had brought her to my attention to what you guys are saying. I've heard.
I'm just chiming in with my 2 cents.
Oh, you're good. No, you're fine. You're fine. I like it.
Yeah, we do.
No, I'm not helping you. Go.
Nice to hear a male's voice once in a while.
Yeah.
He needs that every once in a while.
Oh, you love
Jack
being
keeps
surrounded by
requesting
all
up.
us
I almost
women.
let him up for you, Chef.
No,
He loves being surrounded by women.
Yeah.
Did you all say that there was a lot of abandoned homes and stuff around the area?
Yeah, and that's where I went yesterday. I took off work. There's a lot of abandoned homes on the north side of Chickasha, and then there's like a dog food plant, and then there's an old mattress factory that they used to hide illegals in this factory, and then they would work, and then they would lock them in there at night.
But now it's been busted as a illegal grow.
Yeah, here recently it was busted as a grow. I don't know if they've went back to work in there or not, because I haven't seen many cars over there again.
It was an illegal grow, and they all got sent back to wherever the hell they came from.
Just put your husband on the line, okay, Erica?
Another thing that I don't know if anybody's actually done it yet or not, but actually putting a sonar on Birchie. or dragging
Like a-
actual like birchie.
They would have to use a sonar because Berkey has too many stumps.
Infrared, you know, something like that.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
So yeah, like something like are they doing helicopter like sonar?
I don't know if it's helicopter. I do know that they've had thermal OHPs, thermal plane.
So my other question is, like, I'm under the impression this child was homeschooled, correct?
Yes.
So like, and I mean, it sounds like, you know, he could be definitely a very shifty child, but like, how much is he out in the real world?
That's the thing is like it's been very seldom. Junior's mother used to work at a gas station that's not too far from my house up until she passed away 2 years ago, and God rest her soul, she was an absolutely sweet woman. But you know, I seen RJ when he was real little, maybe 3, 4. And then he was sheltered, like his grandma never took him anywhere because they always made excuses where, you know, he can't go here, or he can't go with y'all, or, you know, they always kept him under lock and key.
Right. So my rebuttal to that would be, I don't want to say like disrespect a child and say, oh, he's an introvert or anything like that, but I mean, there's a very good chance that he's a homebody. Can we agree or no?
Correct.
Right. So I mean, to even be out in the woods and all this by yourself, I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, you know, 12-year-olds. I have 14-year-old boys, then they think they're turning fucking 34. But you know, trust me, they still, you know, I know my kids too, and they're very like streetwise because that's how I've raised them. And they'll get to the point for even them to be like, yo, dad, I need help here. Like I can't do this on my own. So I don't know.
See,
Some
I
kids
think that
at 12
they work this kid a lot, especially out taking care of the horses and working on cars and hanging out at the muffler shop.
I mean,
hanging out at the muffler shop with his RSO grandpa.
Yeah.
That's great. It can Ksnaps on your super cool display. Can you possibly pull up a map of the area and maybe they can show us what they've looked at so far?
I'm so glad that you asked. I can actually.
That would be wonderful to see.
This is so making me nauseous.
I really think that this is parents that did something horrible, just like the parents we've seen recently in other cases. That's what my biggest fear is. But I hope that this is a 12-year-old who's like wise beyond his years. Kind of like you said, you raised your boys to be street smart. My son at 12 years old could start a campfire outside. He could shoot a rabbit. He could, you know, do things like that. But he didn't leave with anything like that there's any reports of. Sorry, I could pew pew. I love the TikTok shop. And TikTok studio is so cool.
Yeah.
Well, if he ran away from the hotel, he wouldn't have had anything but the clothes on his back.
What?
But that's not to say that since the parents were arrested that he hasn't been back out at that property.
Correct. I do know that Lucinda Ashby earlier took some hay and is going back tomorrow with a load of water to make sure that the animals at least have water. And she was advised by one of the Caddo County deputies that was stationed out there that apparently somebody come out there and trespassed earlier before they actually had it shut back down. And so, you know, they were telling people, hey, you know, I understand you're trying to take care of the horses, but, you know, you're also, if there was any tracks or anything like that, you're also hindering it. So, you know, make sure you clear it with somebody.
Can someone
What
put the
would
address
be
in
like
the
a
chat
good
for
place
me?
to search as a start off point to look at the area, ladies, if you're local?
I can give you their actual physical home like where the camper and stuff was. Like, I can give you that address.
Yes.
And I
Perfect.
will say on that, and I will say,
Hold on,
like,
Jeff,
you
hold
know,
on,
the,
hold
with
on.
the.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Can I just get the address real quick so that I can look this up and then you guys can chat?
It's 40105 CS 2730.
So I put this in. What's the rest of the address? Because when I put it in Google Earth, it says no address found.
Cement, Oklahoma.
Tell Damon come eat. I can't yell at him. You're on the phone.
Go grab him.
Damon, come eat. Come get your shit. Ashley, she's on the phone, dude.
What I was gonna just say there, real quick, is that I mean, and I will say, like the fact that law enforcement is actually reiterating that they believe that this child is still alive is definitely a good thing. You know what I mean? Are they? How are they? How are they searching?
I know they have been using drones. They've been using dogs for scent.
Right.
They have been meeting in several different places, like in the Chickasha area, and doing searches. I know yesterday they were trying to get four-wheelers together.
So they are out searching then.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that kind of brings me back to I don't know.
So they don't have a street, like you can't see it from the street. Do they just not?
To me, it's kind of weird that you believe he's still alive, but yet you're still searching like open areas. I don't know.
Me either.
Well, I went and searched abandoned homes and that. And I think other people have done that too. And I know that they did search out in Pioneer where the fire had started. I know they are other men that have had access to him. They've been searching their homes as well.
Other men that had access to
Yes,
him?
ma'am. Yes,
Oh
ma'am.
my God.
Like the grandfather and Weaver and the neighbor 2 miles up the road that are all registered, yes.
Oh my Lord.
I mean, by
And
default, the registered in the area would have to be searched anyway.
did I
Yeah,
hear
that's
earlier
so
that
funny.
the rugs are popular there too?
Very, very.
The fentanyl, it's mainly fentanyl, meth.
Hey, you can't say that on here.
Yep,
Sorry.
you'll get her kicked off or something.
Okay, just
You
say it
guys
again.
have like a
Like
toddler.
words that sound
or
similar.
rhyme. Just rhyme your word that are bad words. Like rugs, schmurder.
Chef instead of Ksnaps.
Sorry, you can continue, please. Please do.
The town used to be really known for math. It was a big drop off point, and all car dealerships were involved. It's a town that is between Lawton and Oklahoma City. That's the biggest issue in that town. And the Smecks, yes.
Yes.
Wow.
What are his other siblings saying?
I know his oldest, Junior's oldest boy. He ended up moving into Junior's mom's house, his grandmother's house, once she passed away. But he has nothing to do with the family.
Is that the one with 5 kids?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one Kyla.
Do we know
Kyla
the address
dated.
of the motel? I'd like to see the motel.
Give me just 1 second. I can get it.
I bet you it's one of those motels, Kelly, where they get like monthly rates and they pretty much live there.
Thank you. Yes, Chef. I was trying to word that a while ago. Thank you.
Yeah, I have that in my little town here.
Yeah.
I think
The
everybody does.
motel, it's 2101 South 4th.
And nothing good happens there.
No.
Never has.
Is it cement still?
Chickasha.
That would be Chickasha.
Is it 4th Street?
Yes.
Yes.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, I thought it was Chickasha.
Next time warn me, I'll say cheese.
Where?
And the thing of it is, it's right by the highway.
Mm.
And sorry, this is probably like the most common, easily asked question to answer, but there's no surveillance cameras at these properties.
There was at the one, and that's where they got the verified sighting at, which is in front of the Verizon store on the
How
second.
far after he was missing?
I'm not 100% sure on that.
Well, that looks like a pretty new building.
Yeah, Verizon is.
Hold on.
And that was the last place that he was spotted. That was verified.
So spotted meaning like
They got him on camera.
Right. So like what, the same day that I don't even want to say mom, but like the egg donor
Offerings. This is the motel right here.
Yep.
I know that it was on the 2nd. I'm not even sure what day they reported him gone, to be honest with you.
The 3rd.
I believe it was on the morning of the 3rd.
Yeah, that's what I heard also.
He could have been gone before then.
Yeah.
There's that too.
Why would you wait? If you knew that he was missing, why would you wait?
Well, and that's what I'm saying. And there really wasn't any searches or anything going on that I seen until 4 days later.
So they could do something with.
That's when the mom was bringing horses in town and riding around on horses looking for him.
If he was, I mean, and we know how bad he was done.
He is
last
about
seen
20 to
on
30
camera.
minutes from where they lived.
Was he
Well,
allowed?
he was last seen on camera at 11 p.m. on one. He was last seen on camera at 11 p.m. on one.
So
Would
did
you-
he have to cross the highway to get into the Verizon, or is that just a
No,
regular
it's just
road?
right down the street.
Okay, couldn't tell if it was a regular road.
Maybe he did run away that day, and his parents fucking ended up finding him on the road and whipped his ass and led to something else. 12 years old, fucking out at 11 a.m. I mean p.m.
Was he allowed to have any kind of electronics?
I'm not sure.
Nada.
No.
I'm not sure.
No, Junior stated on
Nada-
multiple
nada-
occasions.
I'm
Erica,
not
you
sure.
have
No,
a huge echo. Maybe drop and come right back. Or if you're on a headset or something, I'm not sure.
For what all they was doing to him, I can't see them letting him have electronics.
No, I agree.
No,
Okay,
I don't
I'm
think
back.
so
Am I
either.
good?
Yep.
Hold on. So, this is 2108. It was 2104, right? Why is it showing me 2108? It shows me the Verizon places.
Verizon was the last place that he was spotted. That was
So,
verified.
if I'm at the Verizon and I have my cursor on it, where is the hotel compared? Across the street, like up towards the top of the screen or to the right of the screen?
Erica, can you answer that? I have contacts in and I can't see it.
So from the Verizon store, it is directly like just so.
Let me see. I'll tell you how. Where's her cursor?
That's what I'm trying to see.
So, I'll show you.
There. So it is just to the right. It's that big building with the black parking lot.
McDonald's is across the street from that.
Yep.
This one?
That's the yes.
This is the hotel.
Yes.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, isn't there still a open bar in that hotel?
I believe the bar actually shut down again. I could be wrong on that.
The bar's
But it was open back up for a time, and then it shut down, and it's changed hands so many times. I don't believe it's open right now.
Do you know where he
That
would
would be
do
ours.
the mechanic stuff? In the back?
So he was mobile, so he would come to wherever you were at.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what. Okay, so they just stayed here and showered. He didn't do the mechanic stuff here at the hotel, is what you're saying.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Why wouldn't you go to like a truck stop and shower? Why would you go to the motel? It's weird.
Oh, is it a double? There's two sides to this?
Yes. There's a whole like inside, outside, and then it has an indoor pool, and then it has a second building that's separate, and it's all outdoor rooms, outdoor access rooms.
Bless me.
Nah.
Oh, okay, that's a McDonald's
Mm-hmm.
right there. That didn't get anything on camera? So only the Verizon, you said, right?
Yes. And supposedly earlier they went in, there was some people in suits and stuff that went into Express Wellness and was asking to see their outdoor footage. So I don't know if maybe, that they think that their cameras might have picked up something or seen something else. I don't know. But I just know that that was also told earlier.
Did they say which way he went walking?
They said that he was headed to the west.
Where?
So, like in front of Verizon, he was walking down Grand Avenue.
Towards Walgreens, where I am on my screen?
No, other
way.
Towards the Chick-fil-A.
Okay, and they said that they requested the same room every time. Does anybody
Yes.
know which room or where in that building that room would be?
I've never heard that before.
I do know that has come out that they requested the same room, but as far as like where it was located, I don't know that much.
Where is the Chick-fil-A at?
Okay, so pan back to the left.
You just passed it. I just seen it right there on the left side of the McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
No. So right there, if you scroll to the left, like go past Brahms, it's actually it'll be on the left-hand side. So if you're looking that direction, it's where that field is by Express. I don't think Google has updated pictures, but it's going to be on the left side.
No, I literally just seen a Chick-fil-A on the map.
Yeah, it's over on the. Now it's to the left.
There's absolutely nothing unusual. One day,
And that's what makes me think, because if he went out West Grand, he could have been the one out at Pioneer, because that would be the direction.
Yeah, I want a fucking milkshake, Alicia.
My thing is, though, and hear me out on this one, if you were trying to avoid being caught, if he is alive, why would you walk from Grand and take 90 to one of the most
He's not smart enough to do all that.
used?
I don't think he's smart enough to do all that. At 12 years old, I mean.
But even if he did, if he was seen at Shannon Springs, he could have cut back through there on 16th Street and cut off over the railroad tracks, hooked a left, and been out at Pioneer.
I mean, that's a crazy.
My thing was I want to know who it was that supposedly seen him at Shannon Springs.
That park's closed at 9 o'clock until 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's a crazy town that if you see a 12-year-old little boy at 11 o'clock at night, nobody's going to report that.
Nobody's going to report it, because I guarantee you he wasn't the only one out.
Yep.
Nobody would have even looked twice.
Really?
I know that sounds sad, but
Unfortunately, the way the cops are out all the time, none of them spotted him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they're not used to it.
our cops are assholes when it comes to a kid
Certain
going out
ones.
past the dark. It's a curfew thing with them.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, I agree.
Which is why they took the cruising and stuff away from after me and Erica grew up. Cruising is no longer a thing anymore.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, this is
And that
boy.
was something too, is me and my husband also talked about, had this been when we were kids, we were staying out till 11, 12, 1, sometimes 2 in the mornings,
I was up till 3 in the morning.
and all we were doing was driving around. If the cops wouldn't be so hard on kids nowadays, who's not to say that somebody wouldn't have actually seen him and actually stopped and been like, hey, are you looking for somebody? Or, hey, do you need a ride somewhere?
I mean, it's not just the cops that are doing it. It's these businesses that won't let them park in a parking lot
That too.
like we used to. Go eat.
Yeah, but you got to remember, he could have got off a grand and went down behind Homeland, cut down, went through Shannon Springs Park, got on that little side road, which is 16th. Nobody's going to be looking. It's neighborhoods.
Or even maybe, who's not to say right there at night where it crosses over the interstate? That he didn't jump a fence there and flag somebody down on the interstate. And, unfortunately, he's either gone to Oklahoma City or gone to Lawton and Wichita Falls and farther south.
My thing is, with all the doorbell cameras and cameras people have, how has he not been spotted on anybody's stuff?
Agreed.
And how is he only spotted on Verizon's cameras when you know for a fact that they have cameras on Express Wellness,
The church, Victory, Goodwill,
the coffee shop, the lawn, or not the lawn, the ice machine has a camera, and the car washes have cameras. And then Dollar General. How was he not seen on any of those cameras? He was only spotted on Verizon's.
That's all.
Cameras, he would have been spotted anywhere around that building.
What if someone picked him up?
That's a good possibility because right there,
you're in and out.
You're right there close to the turnpike anyway. You're in and out of here. You can go north or south right there.
And I will say, the cops are only going to release certain footage, and maybe, just maybe, that's why they believe there's a good possibility he's still alive, is because they may have seen possibly, somewhere not gotten a license plate, because then we would have got an Amber Alert. But I don't know.
Yeah, they must not have like a vehicle description either.
You need a license plate in the
that
vehicle.
would just okay. At least I thought maybe if they had at least a description, they would be like, be on the lookout for this type of vehicle. But
Usually you need a license plate for an Amber Alert.
What if
oh
the
no, I meant just
stepdad
in
picked
general
him
for
up?
like a APB. Is that what it's called? When they like all persons bulletin.
Well, I think they're already there.
Be on the lookout for this type of vehicle. Like if they would have seen something like that on footage. And I'm curious too with the Verizon. Like, do they have footage of him going in and off camera or on and off camera, like coming in range and going off range of their camera view?
No, it's 100% confirmed that he was on Verizon's footage.
I would imagine since they saw him going west on Grand.
I don't know if it's 100% confirmed. Did you say it is, or are you asking if it was? Sean?
No, I'm asking. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was. I just heard these guys say it.
Yes, it was confirmed.
Okay, so then and then what? You see him in Verizon and fucking all these other places don't have cameras?
Right.
That's crazy to me.
And then somebody said he was spotted in the corner, and with the way the cops are in and out of that store 24/7, how has he not seen them?
Mm-hmm.
Is that on like a news or something? Was there a press conference where the police confirmed that? Like, where did that information come from? Because
it was
I'm
on
sure
the
that
press
these guys would like to see that confirmed.
It was on the press conference. If you watch the one that they put out yesterday morning, and they state the time that it was confirmed.
The OSBI conference.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's why I'm real careful about what I say because I don't want to give any false information at all.
Yeah, we usually, and I know that you guys know this by now, but we're really big on being factual. We don't like spreading false, but obviously, I mean, I think you guys are well invested in this to know that you're not really gonna troll with bullshit. But
No, I'm not.
yeah,
But that's why I was telling them back where the Dollar General is, and then it used to be the old Beauty College and Homeland. If he was to have left Verizon, went down Grand, went back behind all of those buildings that go straight back through, nobody would have seen him. He would have been behind the car wash, hopped over the street, and 2 blocks up the road been at Shannon Spring Park if somebody really did see him there.
now from where he would have went missing from to where we are now, like where he was last spotted in the general area. Where does water play in all this?
At Shannon Springs Park, there's a pond there.
Like
That's-
just a
That's
little
the
pond?
first instance of water.
I can
Yeah.
cross that and go straight across it, and water's only up to my waist.
Yeah.
And I'm 5'9".
Right, but I would imagine that being so close to the area that would have been already searched, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you would say any other big bed of water would be significantly far from that area?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be Lake Birchie.
Besides the river.
Besides the river, yeah.
So where's the river in all this?
So
3 miles or 2 miles west of where that's at.
That's not
Because
far.
The way the river runs is we're east of that because we're east of town, and it runs right in front of our front door.
yeah.
And if he would have went to the river, he would have had to go north to get to it, north or east.
How long was he missing before they reported him missing?
3 hours.
You don't know.
Supposedly 2 hours.
Well, what if I'm not saying. Well, what if the stepdad picked him up?
Wait, hold on a minute. Hold on, Diane. That they said that he was only gone for 2 hours and they didn't report him until the next morning.
What?
Is that what you're saying?
When they realized he was missing, it was 2 hours.
Yeah, so supposedly what was posted, what Kim's first post was that they had went to sleep around 10 o'clock. And he's, like I said, they have him confirmed on camera at Verizon at 11:30. It was not released through the police department and reported missing till I believe it was around 3 o'clock that morning. And the stepdad took and left in this time period and come back, I believe it was around 1 or 1:30.
Where'd he go?
He didn't pick him up.
Do they know where was he questioned as to where he was, or
Nobody knows where he went.
Nobody knows where he went. Like, they haven't said anything. Like, it's just
He picked him up.
But here's my thing. How do we know that? If the parents were sleeping
right?
and they don't report it until the next morning, how does anybody know that dad got up, left for an hour, came back, and they reported at 3 in the none of that makes sense to me.
yeah. Well, and that's my thing is, once again, it goes back to what Kim, the mother, is saying. Is she being factual? Is she not? Did something happen to him long before then? And he finally got away and managed to get away, and then, stepdad chases after him to obviously keep him quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And, picks him up, and whatever may be, we're gonna hope something that he's alive, but, and then it gives him time to, if needed, clean up a mess, take care of the situation, per se.
In an hour and a half?
What made the stepfather and mother wake up at that time of the morning?
That's what my question has been since the very beginning is, What's
That's not
actually
uncommon though.
true?
You go. I always, like I said, like respectfully. If I'm sleeping on a couch or I go have a pee in the middle of the night, I always look into my kids' bedrooms. Right. I mean, you could, and I'm just, even though I think they're guilty as fuck. I mean, maybe that's when they would allegedly say oh, that's when we reported him missing. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. No, I get that.
I'm the same way. My kids can't sneak out because I'm going to hear everything.
Right.
I don't sleep, and plus I have cameras inside and outside my house on my kids 24/7.
But then my thing too is if he was able to escape and get out at that time of night, why wouldn't he just go straight to the police department, straight down 4th Street?
Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like since when he ran away in December and they DHS and the cops at that time gave him back to them, I
can't
feel
believe
like
that.
that trust was broken.
It was.
Yeah.
And I feel like that he didn't know really where to turn at that point.
Unfortunately, he's got the don't trust anybody mentality because
He was
he
failed.
can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
100%.
And
Yeah.
pray to God that he is alive. That is probably part of the reason why nobody can find him, because he does not trust a living soul.
That's what I believe. I think he's
Yeah, but
hiding.
he's, again, guys. I think we're giving him giving him way too much credit for 12 years old to be doing all this 7 days later.
Yeah, but
No.
think about it, Chef. Being out where they lived, I guarantee you that boy was left home and out to tend that farm by himself, probably 90% of the time.
And not only that, but he weighs 85 pounds for 12 years
How old
old.
is he?
Well,
Yeah, I
How
don't
old
know.
is he?
The 12-year-old actually
12.
have them.
And he weighs how much?
85 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
So, how long have they been actually starving this kid? And how I mean, his body is so probably used to being starved or not getting much to eat anyway.
Well,
so he's
okay, fine. But when you're in survival mode, you're gonna be fatigued a lot quicker.
agreed.
Hypothermia. You said it's getting 40 degrees. Like, if he's not somewhere where he's kept warm.
Oh my god, I don't even want to think about a poor kid, man.
Wind switched from south to north, and I'm watching it blow out the front door right now. It's a north wind. So it's supposed to drop down into the 20s and 30s tonight, tomorrow.
see, and that's what I was thinking. Maybe since it's getting cold today, maybe that would draw him out to get to somewhere warm, whether it's to a convenience store to steal a candy bar or whatever.
Well, you would have thought that with the storms and everything yesterday morning too, that maybe it flushed him out, but nothing.
I don't know, guys. My opinion is if he's out there, he's somewhere in shelter. Rather, he's tied. I'm sorry to say this. Okay, fine. I won't even say like tied up, but I mean, if he's not like, poor thing caged somewhere, getting fed to like be hidden, I just don't see him wandering like a homeless 12-year-old. I don't.
No.
He's been, and unfortunately, with the way that they're saying, that he was chained up in bathrooms, handcuffed up in bathrooms. I've known Junior since we were kids. Went to school with him. I used to mow their yard. I mowed their yard probably 6 years ago. Never knew the kid existed.
My point exactly. My point exactly. These are and let's not forget he was homeschooled. I don't know, man. I just feel like those type of kids, maybe if the parents don't do a good job because they're not homeschooling them for the right reasons. I mean, I'm nothing against parents that are homeschooling and still, incorporating, hey man, let's go out, let's go for a walk, let's pretend this is your recess and this and that. But like, if you're not out there every day communicating with people, like I just don't see how this would benefit him.
But that's
You don't
the
have
thing
social
he
skills.
was. If he was hanging out down at the muffler shop, I mean, people seen him there.
Yeah. But what I was getting to was the whole being, chained up in the bathroom, stuff like that. And for me to not know he existed 6 years ago, the kid has been brought up to shut up, don't say a word.
Right.
Nobody needs to know where you're at.
I agree.
And that's his mentality right now is nobody needs to know where I'm at. I'm here.
Yeah.
So he
I
built what he
honestly,
was raised to do is shut up and be quiet. Unfortunately, and that's not how kids should be raised. We
No,
grew
it
up
Yeah.
being
I
isn't.
mean,
told kids are to be seen, not heard. I'm sorry, my kids weren't raised that way. They were raised to speak their mind. If anything goes wrong, tell somebody.
exactly.
Mine too.
good.
My 6 and 7 year old, I'm sorry to say, they will roast an adult better than an adult, and they don't care who you are, how big you are.
They'll tell you what
they'll-
they think.
and they will cuss you. They cuss me on a daily basis when I get onto them. I get, hey, Dad, you, F you, this and that. Unfortunately, that's the way I raised them, was to speak their mind. My 14-year-old daughter, I'm sorry to say, this kid's 12. What resources does a 12-year-old have? Because my 14-year-old daughter couldn't even survive that long outside.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking about you.
I know you are.
It's just awful feeling, as much as I would love for this to be a good story that comes out that somehow he is a little Mark Twain and makes it through this and he's surviving out there, that would be wonderful.
I hope he
Maybe
does.
somebody good having him, protecting him, sure, that would be great. But that's not where my gut leads. That's not where what I've learned about this world leads my mind. And to think that the people that are capable of doing what it's already come out that they did to him, to the boy that she gave life to, the thing she was capable of doing, you think that they're going to actually let him get away?
No.
Because I don't.
No.
I
Don't
think that
either.
they made him disappear.
I
Do you
do
guys
too.
think? Well, I mean, I guess the three-letter agency would have been involved, and I don't think they're involved. Correct?
What?
Say that again.
So we like the three-letter agency is like the the
The
alphabet,
OSBI is, but no, not that I'm
like
aware
the
of.
F
No.
with the F first letter, last letter I.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of.
Right. So I'm saying, but would there be any potential? Does he have any family possibly or anybody out of state?
Yes. And the only reason I say yes is because there was family coming in from out of state looking,
Looking?
if I recall right.
Somebody pulled over up here. There's cop lights up here and there's a car in front of them.
What I can't understand, what they done to him, and they know it. Why aren't they in jail?
Yeah, they are.
They
Oh,
are.
are they in jail?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, they got arrested Thursday, the 7th.
Good.
My thing is everybody else that knew the abuse was going on, why aren't they behind bars too?
My question
Exactly.
exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
We just actually were covering a case earlier today where almost the same exact thing, but it was opposite gender. The 13-year-old girl was pregnant and went missing, and the whole family knew that these people were. This guy that was around her was really, really bad, and there's not enough accountability when you let your kids around RSOs.
Well, what about this? What if he did go to, let's just say, a family member's house in Chickasha, since he seemed to know where he was going? He knew what way he was going. He had it planned, probably. What if he's with another cousin?
Nobody's saying. They're not coming forward.
I mean, I just feel he's inside somewhere. I don't know where, but I just feel like
Again,
he's
I could
inside.
walk with that if this kid is like dangerously, terrified to go back home because my parents, but like whoever's holding him now, like they need to understand that the parents are locked away and probably for what they've been arrested for, they probably will never see responsibility of a child again.
I
God, I
feel
hope
like he
not.
would have come back when he found out the parents was locked up.
Mm-hmm.
But if he doesn't have a phone or anything, and let's just say he's hiding out in one of these abandoned buildings or one of these boarded up convenience stores.
And that's like the stepdad was saying the other day on a lot of his Facebook posts that the kid had a G ends with an N. We don't know that for sure. And that he supposedly stole his grandfather's phone. I'm sorry, the cell phones, no matter what type of phone it is, has a tracker on it. You can track that phone.
Yes, you
Right.
can.
So if he stole the phone, they would be able to track that phone.
But have they verified that?
I don't believe that to be.
It was proved as false because the grandfather had his phone. They were just saying he took the phone to make him out to be a bad kid.
Yeah, I don't believe. I mean, he might have stolen a phone at one time, and I won't put that on this poor child, but I don't believe any of that because I mean, he could definitely have a phone on him, sure, but with cellular data on it, it would probably not the case.
Yeah.
If he's logging onto a Wi-Fi, sure, they'll definitely be able to track it, knowing on what type of phone it was stolen. But nah, man, like there's warehouses, abandoned buildings. Like we're going on day 8 now. Come on, like we have to think. Like,
But it's
how is
been
he?
really, really warm here.
Yeah,
It's been really warm
until
and-
tonight.
And until tonight. And these convenience stores, I mean,
There's cameras everywhere.
you would.
I mean, they're gonna pick him up on a camera somewhere.
So let me ask you guys a question. You don't think that? So how like are the store like is there like missing posters going up?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if he's out and about, he's gonna see that he's got a poster out.
And I know that quite a few of the people that was out searching, as far as more in the rural areas, was taking in any kind of piece of like scrap metal or telephone poles or anything like that. Anything that they could hang on, they was placing it on. If there was scrap metal or anything, I know there was a few people that was carrying sidewalk chalk and writing messages. You know, RJ, you're safe. They're in jail. It's okay to come out.
There's people leaving food, jackets, blankets, and notes.
Sleeping bags.
With notes telling him, you're safe, they're in jail. Please, knock on the door or something, let us know you're safe. None of that has been picked up.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know if you guys, I kind of come in a little late to the party earlier, but the great aunt, the one that filed the protective orders against Kim and Junior, did an interview with Channel 9 News, and there's a link to that.
We watched that a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. So you guys knew these people personally, then, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Not like personal, but like.
He mowed his lawn. That's crazy. That's so crazy. I can't imagine. He mowed his lawn. Erica's husband mowed his lawn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's, and here's another vantage point too. Like I said, I went to high school with Kim. I knew her and her brother very well. They, unfortunately, back then, they both had a drug problem. And rugs, sorry.
You're fine. You'll get used to it.
But that they had problems back then, and who's not to say that she ever got help for the problem? Who's not to say that they didn't pass him off as part of payment?
So you mowed the lawn 6 years ago, which would have put him 6 years old, and there were no toys, nothing outside indicating that there was a child in that home.
No.
The yard was so junked up with broken down 4-wheelers, motorcycles, car parts laying everywhere. There was no, which granted, my yard's not the greatest. There's stuff everywhere. But my kids still have toys in the backyard, in the front yard. You name it, they've got toys everywhere.
Bicycles,
so there's
scooters.
There's kids that live here.
Yeah.
There was no signs that a kid even lived
So
in
my point exactly why this guy is not surviving outdoors by himself.
How old?
But then you got to remember, he was in public school up until the age of 10.
How old was he when they stopped letting the grandma letting him go see the grandma and stuff?
I am not sure on that.
At one point, they lived with grandma.
Yeah, up until
a few years ago, right before she died, they had left. and moved out. They were at her house a lot, which is where I mowed the yard at. And, at that point, the mom had moved out of the house because she feared for her own safety with her son. The dad stayed, the mom left.
Wow.
And then she died a few years ago. And the only reason I knew her was through my grandmother and, convenience stores where she worked. That's the only reason I knew who she was. And she was the sweetest lady. She'd give you the shirt off her back. She got sick. And what made everything weird when she got sick was Kim would not allow anybody to go see her.
What?
Yeah. The owner of the store and the manager of the store tried to go see her, and they were told, no, you don't need to be here.
Oh my God.
And then they started, when she got sick, when she couldn't work, before she died, the store offers, after 5 years, they do a retirement thing for you. They were asking about her retirement before she even died. And then just about a week or so ago,
Before he went missing.
They were in the store asking about it again.
What?
And she's
Why
been
weren't
dead for
these
2
kids
years.
taken earlier?
So, just curious. Is there a lot of cold cases over there?
Not
really.
From Chick-fil-A, not really. Most
Is there a
generally,
lot
a
of
kid goes
missing?
missing around here, they're found, real quick. But it's very seldom a kid goes missing from Chickasha.
So I'm going to say this, and I don't put this out there a lot, but I'm just going to. So I lived in Chickasha for many and many years. I have family there that owns business, and I have grandkids. But I am also a foster mother, and I have had I'll just say a foster girl at the age of 14 run away from Oklahoma City. She ended up in Little Axe, which is out by Thunderbird. She ended up in Norman. She ended up in Chickasha, and she survived behind Walmart's for almost a month
How old?
before she
Sorry.
was finally found.
How old?
She had just turned 14.
And
Like-
Homeland, they like to throw, they'll throw food out
Yeah.
daily. And the only, like I said earlier, the only business in that row, besides the mechanic shop that has a camera that works, is AutoZone. Nothing else.
What about the new car wash?
It has
Does the new
cameras.
car wash have cameras?
Yeah, it's got cameras. The ice machine right there has cameras. The coffee shop has cameras. Dollar General,
I would figure even Roasters,
Roasters.
they would have cameras to some extent. I just don't know
The
if they
banks.
would have cameras out towards the pumps.
What
And
about
then First
A&E?
National-
What about A&E Grill?
They don't have cameras.
I don't believe A&E does,
There's
but
right.
Goodwill have cameras?
Goodwill has cameras.
yeah, I don't know exactly where, if theirs is more towards the drop-off points as far as at Goodwill, or if they're out front.
Victory Church has
Victory
cameras.
does.
There's cameras on every square inch of that building. And unfortunately, right there at the end of Homeland, across from the church, where the old Anthony's used to be, how many truck drivers park their trucks there on a daily basis? There's constantly a semi there every day, pulling in and out. That's where a lot of these truckers park their truck if they don't want to park it, because unfortunately we have one truck stop that has parking for those, and that is west of town. And they're the only ones with a shower too.
Could he have hopped onto one of those trucks?
That's what I was thinking.
We've wondered that, or they say he could walk in the tracks. He could have hopped on a train when it's parked, because they constantly block roads off with that train.
Well, seeing over the last couple of days when they actually went looking for him, they've been working on those train tracks and bringing trailers up and down through there.
Well, not only that, but everybody says he could be on the train tracks. He could be around the Walmart. My thing is the ballpark road that
Mm-hmm.
comes around off of Grand, back
Yeah.
down, in front of that the other motel out here. There's a way back that you can go to Ninnekal and stuff that way
Right.
under that bridge. There's that water that's there too. And that's a pretty deep pit right there.
I think they checked that yesterday. Not verified, but I know they were all meeting at the ballpark.
Yeah, they were meeting at the ballpark, but my thing is if they did something, God forbid, and he's underwater, do a sonar on that. You can get a little boat on that and do a sonar on it.
Are
But
dogs involved yet?
I don't honestly know. I know that they had talked about at one point that they were trying to get dogs in.
They do have dogs. They have sniffing dogs, not cadaver dogs.
So they have dogs that would have already had his scent.
Yeah.
Correct.
And they haven't picked up on anything.
No. That we're aware of.
And unfortunately, with them, living in the country with the pew, they hunt deer, all of that. They use deer scent to cover their scent. He could have deer scent on him to cover his scent.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know anything besides what they have said.
It's
But
just
again, it's just weird that we're all coming up on day 8, and there's been besides one camera sighting, there's no sightings. There's nothing. Something is suspicious about the whole thing, and until they come forward with what actually happened, or we find him, we're not going to know.
no.
My mind keeps going to stepdad picked him up.
That's what
mine goes back, and I don't know if y'all remember the way that the Athena Brownfield case played out. Just the way that Kim acted and the way that,
You could tell that was all fake.
it was so fake. It was so fake.
I picked up on that, and I'm not the brightest person in the world. I can't even do Common Core math, but I can rebuild an engine. I mean,
That mom reminded me of one that we recently interacted with.
Yeah.
Definitely.
this whole thing is just, it doesn't sit right with me. And in my opinion, whatever was done to him needs to be done to them as their punishment.
Oh, honey, I agree. I agree 100%.
Anything you do to a kid needs to be done to you as your punishment, and then you need the penalty that you're no longer here either.
Exactly.
I bet if they weren't in jail, they'd be up here singing like birds.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he was going to actually. So
if you go to their mugshots and you look at them, Kim looks angry as all get out.
So Keela
Junior looks like he's gonna cry.
Keela talked to the mother, and I have all the text messages between them all. And she was like, "Oh, I have I'm always on this TikTok. They find missing people. Like, you should come up." And she's like, "Yeah, I'll do anything to find my son." Like, she sounds desperate, but she sounds like so desperate that she's so confident in what the outcome will be,
We've made it so far that my cousins in Pennsylvania and Texas are like, have they found this kid yet? And I'm like, how did you know? And they're like, dude, it's all over our news stations.
Have they got a GoFundMe already set up?
I'll tell you, I've been on every panel that I could hop on to spread this story.
The grade eight, I think, said she was setting up a GoFundMe to do something. I don't know what, but
I do know that there has been, since OSBI earlier this afternoon, since they posted the $5,000 reward for his return, there's been multiple business owners around here that's reached out to OSBI and has been asking, you know, how can we, what can we add to the reward? We want to donate to the reward. You know, we want to help find him.
Oh, that's nice.
When was the $5,000 reward put out? Because the only one I knew of was somebody that mentioned $1,000 reward on Facebook.
OSBI posted it, I want to say it was around 5 or 6 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That, and it's confirmed. It's like, it's even on the actual OSBI page because they updated his flyer with it.
I'm in Michigan.
The guy that does the Nomad Sanctuary for rescue animals, he's even posted on his own personal TikTok about it.
I'm in Michigan.
I know that
and it was
Nancy
on our local
Grace,
news.
Nancy Grace has even shared it.
From what I understand, some of the Thunder players have shared it, trying to get it out there. They need to offer to come help.
Let's just pray that he's found safe.
But I'm saying they need to search the abandoned properties and anything that has a storm cellar.
Yes.
Anything. My thing is, you know, how can I put this?
As cool as possible.
Ksnaps,
Until they basically treat them the way he was treated, I don't think we're going to get any more information.
What'd you say, Delinda?
Ksnaps, someone in the chat said that they're going to send you a video from when the police were out at the OH house.
Ooh, thank you. Do you know what name it was?
They can find it on ODCR. Huh?
It's just a few letters. Oh, now they just said it was the wrong house.
Oh, she's talking about the Tippy.
Yeah, she's saying that
I
the
was
cops
like-
were sent to the wrong house.
Yeah, these people have like 4 or 5 different addresses. 8 RJ's parents.
Yep.
You have how many addresses?
It's so crazy that I haven't heard that RJ since I had a buddy in high school. And within just a couple of days, there's one boy who I was working with the family who he was autistic. And unfortunately, he was just found in the river out in Indianapolis. And now we have this RJ too. It's crazy.
That's wild. Diana, they have like 4 or 5 addresses.
So there's the address in Blanchard that the RSO dad of Junior lives at.
Mm-hmm.
That Kim has sent multiple packages to. There's the shop. There's the address in Cement where they lived. There is Junior's mom's house that's off of 16th and Chickasha Avenue, where the oldest son lives now. And then the aunt's address, that's come out public.
The aunt that deleted her Facebook.
And then not to mention the aunt that was in a few of the interviews with Kim and them when Kim didn't supposedly want to talk, that has now since deleted her Facebook.
What?
When she was sending all of us on wild goose chases saying, oh, it's a sighting here, it's a sighting there. And then once it come out that all those sightings weren't, you know, credible and people started calling her on it, she started running and hiding and wouldn't say anything else. And then once they were arrested, there was a couple people that called her out in our Chickasha Unfiltered group. And she answered, I think, one person and said, well, I didn't know any of this. And then it was within a matter of minutes, her whole Facebook was gone. Like, she didn't block it. Like, she completely deleted her Facebook.
Oh.
And then don't forget about the hotel address.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing of I'm going to search on horseback, and everybody had to wait on her to get her horse there and unloaded. I'm sorry, but if that was my kid,
We gonna hit the streets running.
Forget the horse. I don't have time for a damn horse.
I'm just gonna take off.
I'm taking off. If I'm in a car, I'm in a car. If I'm running, I'm running.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I may be considered disabled, because of my lower back and my shoulders and everything. But when it comes to my kids, I don't care if I'm hurting. I don't care if it's going to hurt me. I'm doing whatever it takes to find them and not worrying about an animal.
Me too.
What's the mom's name?
She wanted to get on she wanted to ride one last horse before she goes away for life.
I don't know.
I was going to say something to that effect, Chef, but I didn't.
So, as far as this goes, has anybody also heard the rumor that supposedly Kim is pregnant?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that come out.
And like I said, I can't confirm or deny anything. It's a rumor. It is what it is. But that was stated earlier today, and I about floored.
Has she had court yet?
Yes, she went early today.
Both of them.
Did she have a
They
wristband
both
on?
did. I'm sorry?
Did she have a wristband on?
I was not there. I was not able to make it to see anything.
Our truck's down, so I broke the ignition. So.
Yeah, usually if you're incarcerated and you're pregnant, because they'll test all that when they
Yep.
book you.
Yep.
You'll have a certain wristband on that indicates that you're like a pregnant woman.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I wish they would have been arrested in Grady County because I think more news would have got out.
I agree.
Well, I'll be honest. The fact that they didn't waste time arresting them.
But they did.
They
waited until what day they
tell Chickasha requested OSBI's help.
Yeah, until OSBI stepped in, they weren't arrested. Like, it took them a few days to even do it.
No, but I'm saying now that they're arrested, if they're like involved, sometimes it's better to keep them out, but keep a good look on them.
Yep.
And then this way you'll know.
Basically, to allow them to.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Somebody's going to mess up
and slip up and say something.
And say something, and something's gonna come.
And see, and this come from somebody that supposedly where they're being held at, from my understanding, is still in the front, like where still in the bookend area is what like we call it, because I used to deliver commissary over there. I worked for a commissary company. But the way that they're describing where they're holding them is that instead of separating their cells, it's being told
They're still in the holding area.
that they're each in a separate cell, but their cells are side by side and they share events, so they're able to still communicate with one another.
No.
They're still able to pass notes.
No, that's bullshit. No, that's not true.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
There's no way that they're doing that.
It's Cato, and that's how Athena's sister ended up pregnant, as she ended up sleeping with one of the jailers. I don't put it past Cato, honestly. It's shady.
Because right now they're co-accused, so they would be split. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised by the end of tomorrow he's transferred to a total separate jail.
Yeah. And from what we understand, RJ's biological dad and family, they live in Anadarko. They're native.
I'm wondering.
Federal?
I'm wondering if we can find him. If they end up doing a DNA test to prove who his actual father is, just on account of the McGirt ruling here in Oklahoma.
So yeah, she lied to him, is my understanding, right? Like she lied and said that was his dad, but in theory that's not really his dad, correct?
Correct. They supposedly, according to that somebody that knows the bio dad, and all that is that she lied and said that the bio dad was incarcerated for life and didn't want nothing to do with him, didn't want his family to have nothing to do with him, which was a lie.
He pretty much lied to his kid his whole life.
Yeah.
Do
Where
we know
did
the
the
parents'
bio
court
dad
dates?
speak out tonight?
He was on Facebook. He stepped out on Facebook for about a day and a half.
His brother was one on the news.
And then his brother was the one that was on the news that did an interview with KFOR, I believe it was.
Well, I did hear that his dad, Robbie, was out searching, but I didn't know that he spoke out.
Yeah, the bio dad, they had, and like I said, they had spoke out. And the uncle's interview with KFR, he didn't speak for very long, but he showed up. It was right after OSBI had searched the property. He'd went out there, and it was right after the news crews and stuff had arrived. And he said, looking at these conditions, it's so sad to see what they put him through. And, if he is still alive and can hear this and hear us, we are his biological family. We do love him, and we want him to know that there are adults, in his family that he can trust.
That's right. They can show up for interviews, but not the children. Yeah.
Yep.
None of it makes sense. With the bio dad's family, their family, anything, none of it makes sense. None of it sits right at all.
To me, it's screaming parents all the way through, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
parents, grandfather, all the way through.
I've said that since day one. I told my wife, I was like, look, we grew up here. We know the ins and outs, how to get from one town to the other using strictly back roads. This kid grew up or has been raised pretty much in the country, in the middle of nowhere. He's going to pay attention when he does get to go with them, what roads to take, what roads not to take, and how to get to and from wherever. My youngest is 7, and he can tell you how to get to school, home, to the store, to Walmart, you name it. He can tell you how to get there just by sitting in the back seat and looking out the window.
Yeah. No, I understand. But again, I always go back to respectfully, man, how long can a 12-year-old live out there on his own? I just can't see it.
I'm the same way, because what resources does a 12-year-old have at his disposal?
Because they said that he literally just left with the clothes on. When the sighting was that he just had the clothes on his back,
which was the flannel shirt, the jeans, and the work boots. And then what they say, an orange beanie?
I think so, yeah.
Well, and you think about that too. What 12-year-old wears steel-toe boots?
One that's forced to work and do heavy lifting and work around cars all the time.
Exactly. Exactly. So, Chef, let's just say this was a 15-year-old kid.
Yeah,
What would your
and like I said, I definitely know where you're coming from with that, and I definitely listen. At this point, we're all speculating because we're basically going off whatever we've been told, and that's the beauty about these communities. We allow everybody to give their their theory and their point. But like I said, I'm just so maybe stubborn to be like, and maybe it's wrong on me not to be given a 12-year-old that much credit. Okay, fine, 12-year-old, even if he has the mentality of a 16-year-old, at some point, especially going day 7, day 8, you're being spotted. Like you're I don't know, man. Like I just don't.
You may be slick, but you're not that slick.
Right. Like I don't even think so much at fucking 42 that I can just go disappear for 7 days and not be seen.
I'm 42. I can't go a day without going to the store to get a pack of smokes. I mean, come on now.
But I'm
There's
just saying,
something you want, you're gonna go get it.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, I really can't tell you how confident I am that, and I grew up on the streets. I've been in the big house. I've done all that. Trust me when I tell you. I mean, I don't know how long I can go without a trace.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a betting man. I probably wouldn't even bet that I can go 7 days without being found.
I couldn't go 2 hours.
And you can take myself going. You can
My
take my
wife's a
cell
blood
phone.
type.
You can take my cell phone. You can do all that. I don't know, man.
I'm telling you, I could leave my cell phone at home. I could leave anything that's going to track me at home. And I guarantee you, within the first 2 hours of me being gone, my wife's going to figure out where I'm at. Because
Well, I'll tell you
unfortunately,
what. I'll tell you what. Now that she's part of this community, we're gonna find you.
well, and the bad thing is, in this town, everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
He's going to pop if you. He's got to pop up. Day 7, he should have done been spotted and found before day 7, almost day 8.
Unless,
Well, you know, like
it goes back to what Chef said earlier. Unless he's being caged,
Yeah,
and
Right.
somebody else has gotten a hold of him to continue what the torture and the trauma that the poor baby's already been through.
and I'm sorry, with everything that they have, you've seen the news interviews with the property. They have access to anything big trailer wise or anything like that to hide him.
Do we know though? Like, I mean, he seems like poor kid seems like he's lived a very doesn't seem he lived a very very fucking like, you know, tragic lifestyle. I'm sorry to say, like, you swear, but I mean, like, do we know if he was like video game savvy?
I don't even think he was allowed to have.
Okay,
My understanding is that
he had a Facebook at one point, and they made him delete
delete it. Yeah. But my understanding is that from what little bit we've all seen posted and previous posts that Junior has made in the past years, is that he didn't let any of his kids have electronics.
Okay, fair. So my thing is, you know, maybe at that point we can rule out, in a sense, because again, he's not going to school. He seems like he's only seen certain people. You know, internet luring could possibly be ruled out, but again, we don't know it. We don't know what transpired in the last month or two. That if all what he said he didn't have and now he does have. I mean, like I said, that's leaving at 11 o'clock at night, knowing that I'm going to leave when my parents, you know, let's just say there's truth there, regardless of how big of animals these fuckers are. But like, let's say there is truth that they really did fall asleep at 10 o'clock and he just happened to sneak out at 11. Was that an arranged pickup and now he's being trafficked somewhere? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at him, man. A fucking sweet little boy. Like, you know, like, are they doing something with him and he's so vulnerable because he wants out. He's fucking doesn't want to live there no more. He doesn't want to live that lifestyle. That's a possibility for sure.
Not only that, but I'm sorry to cut you off. Everybody's saying he's homeschooled.
Right.
We all know homeschooling is done electronically. You have to have a source of Wi-Fi because you're on a computer or a tablet.
Yeah, or there's, well, I mean, that is one way of doing it, but like your mom could literally pick up your like weekly booklets and it's up to you to be able to come back and actually like, you know, just be basically in touch with like some sort of schooling, and so you don't necessarily have to have it, but I mean, yeah, it's 2026. I'm sure that would be the easier way to do all that.
Well, the reason I say that is my niece is 18. She does homeschooling.
Right.
She's required to have, they gave her a hotspot and a computer to do her homeschooling, to do her assignments. They have what they call ring the bell. They have to ring that bell at a certain time every day.
Correct. But I mean, in grade 6 too, like his mom could be going to the school and picking up booklets and like homework for the entire week or a couple weeks. Like it's an actual thing too.
I don't think around here they use the charter epic schools. I don't think that around here when it comes to homeschooling,
I don't think there's many options.
I think we only have that one option for
Oh, okay.
Of course, here we only have electronic online school.
Yeah, we only have, my daughter, she just said, because they go to Chickasha schools,
They only have online school.
it's only online for homeschooling.
Because like half of my friends are online and are online school, and they only have an option for online.
Yeah, so
So
when's the
online
last time
meeting,
he
yeah,
rang
yeah.
in?
I mean, there you go. So who knows? But I mean, I think right off the bat, if it's a, and I want to imagine if it's a school, if it's a, you know, if it's, because I know a lot of states and a lot of like even, you know, in Canada where I am here in Toronto, we have it where if you can't afford it, they'll give you the laptop. or the iPad or the tablet.
Yeah,
I would
same way
imagine.
here.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
imagine that's all monitored, right?
I need to
Yes.
come up there where he's at because there's a bunch of mechanics up there I want to meet.
Yeah, you should.
I like watching the Rust Valley Restorers.
Nice.
Yeah.
You spoke on the Thunder. Do you know obviously so Shai Gilgis?
Yes.
Yeah, he's I coached him.
Really?
Yeah.
We last year when they won the championship, we have a tattoo shop that was doing free tattoos.
Nice.
We happened to get one. I've got OKC with a crown on it, and we went to the parade there downtown Oklahoma City, and Lou Dort actually saw my tattoo because we were right there on the banister and asked where I got it done, and he's actually been to the shop several times to get tattoos and certain ones touched up. So
Oh, cool. He's from Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then his cousin plays too.
I thought it was really nice on. I know this is off subject, but there's a little boy that's from Oklahoma right now that's at St. Jude's in Memphis, going through treatments, and Jay Will. It was Isaiah Joe, I believe it was. Yeah,
They dump a
ended up
ton of money
stopping by
there. They
and
dump a ton
seeing
of
him.
money.
Yeah, they ended up. He's actually in the PICU over there, and so they went through St. Jude's and was seeing some of the kids. Well, since he was in a different wing, they asked the hospital, hey, can we go see him too? Because we know he's from Oklahoma. And so the hospital made it happen where he got included with it. And I thought it was really nice.
Yeah.
Even from what I've heard, some of the Thunder players have offered their time when they're not on the court or at practice to be here to help look. Because for them, this is home.
I think it's more the Thunder Blue
Yeah,
players.
I think it's more the Thunder Blue, but for them, it's home, and it hits close to home because a lot of them have kids. Which, if that's true, that says a lot for who they actually are as people and a team. But my thing is like you said earlier, we're going on day 8. Unless he's being held captive somewhere, he should have done popped up on some type of camera.
Yeah, you should have.
I even made it a point. I walked a mile to the store yesterday, unfortunately, because I needed a cigarette.
Hey,
But
what's your mouth?
I walked across the highway bridge, which goes over the Washita River, and I literally took the time to walk down under the bridge to see if I could spot anything. Because, River Bridge, he can go up there and hide.
Not only that, but that it's right there, right at the H.E. Bailey Turnpike,
Yeah, and
too.
we're right off the H.E. Bailey Turnpike from where we are from town. And then, to go to Blanchard, you have to go down the highway past my house anyway.
Do you think that he might have got a hold of his oldest brother?
I don't know. That's one person that
He hasn't said anything.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything that I'm aware of.
And we know he's tech savvy because he at one point he was working for
Verizon, yeah.
He set up our cell phones last year, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
But also here in Oklahoma, this is going to sound crazy. I think my grandson was 10 or 11 when he ran away. And there was a lady that picked him up and gave him a ride to where he wanted to go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that happens a lot. You can be walking to the store from where we're at, and people will stop and offer you a ride. That's just how the community is out here. But I can't say that for everywhere around town because you know how we're not a quiet town, but we're also not. We don't have a lot of nice people here. So, even if it wasn't somebody that they know, God forbid another RSO didn't pick him up in a vehicle and take him somewhere.
That's what scares me.
Because like we said earlier, there's so many of the homeless here that are that way.
Well, not even just homeless.
And not even homeless, but people driving through.
but in just the cement,
Cement's not a good town, period.
and even Chickasha, we have a high RSO amount.
Chickasha has grown in the past few years. And
Well, think about it. The story just came out, and I can't remember his name, but he hung out at the cement convenience store and was buying these kids alcohol and tobacco every day. But now all of a sudden he hasn't been seen for 3 or 4 days.
Yep.
not only that,
Really?
And that's
and
another
the
thing.
old bootlegger here.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say is they're off of
17th and Grand.
Yeah, 17th and Grand. There's an older gentleman there, which we all in school we called him the bootlegger. He would always we'd take him money. He'd always buy us cigarettes or alcohol, whatever we wanted.
He's on his porch.
He is literally on his porch, and I'm talking religiously with coffee in hand first thing
No,
in the
Tulsa,
mornings.
that's not true. He has not been found.
But he's on his porch religiously, sun up to dusk.
He would have seen him.
He would have seen him
Yeah, he would
had he
have.
been walking.
Not only that, but people going in and out of the college, up and down Grand. That time of night, there's people still going to work at the Big Blue store.
Do you think that maybe they took him to somebody else in one of them abandoned houses and they've got him caged up? And
That's a possibility. Anything's possible.
You know, the thing I was thinking, the OSBI got word that he's hurt. There's something wrong with him.
that's what I thought I heard.
So, how did they spot him in front of Verizon? Like, what was the damage?
That's
Like,
nobody knows.
You
It
would-
was more of like a still shot, from what I understand, or the way their camera picked him up. It was a real quick shot of him walking by, but they confirmed it was him.
So that's my thing. Was he hurt?
Well, they said they needed to get him checked out.
My thing is, was he hurt when he was caught on Verizon cameras, or was it, or excuse me, was it after when Junior supposedly left the hotel or the motel?
Sorry, my phone died. Hold on a second. He was hurt?
Well, that's what OSBI said. And if you go back and you listen to it, they say that they need to get to him to have him checked out, which they led to the fact that he was hurt.
And GG Music in his closing statements also touched on that. You know, we want to lay eyes on him and we want to get him the medical care that he needs.
Well, I mean, if you go based on the parents' charges, he would definitely be hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
But we don't know if it was before
or after
camera or after.
Right.
Yeah, but I was just wondering, did he get somewhere and these people are trying to help him and now they realize that all this is going on and maybe it is a family member that has him?
I just like these people, and if they're listening, they need to understand that, like, even if they, even at this point, if they have him and they return him, they're still not in trouble.
Yeah.
It's just the more they get out there and the different type of resources that they have to go to, now they may be jeopardizing, themselves.
The longer it goes on, the worse it gets.
Right.
What a shitty case after covering his eye all day. It's like,
oh, good morning.
So many shitty parents. Good morning.
How are you?
They don't deserve to be called parents.
I'm doing great. How are you?
Maybe I'm just going to call you elusive.
I was not sleeping.
Well, guys,
Yeah, this
I
case
really
got me up.
appreciate you covering this, though.
Oh no, you're good. We're not gonna stop either.
Yeah, I've been looking at it like a little bit, but haven't been able to deep dive into it. And now that I have, it's
In my
Oh, good
defense,
morning.
it's 4 a.m., chef.
You know, hey, you know, you can tell your friends you slept with me, right?
They'd believe it. They'd believe
Yeah.
it.
You know, you can tell them that now, right?
I know, I know. What am I, wife number 72?
No,
As
but
long as I'm in the queue before one-legged fucking what's her name,
oh
then
shit.
it's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not dating no more one-legged woman.
Hey, shoot.
I need a new lamp though.
Ksnap, do
Yeah,
you have some of the text off of the Facebook that the mom was texting? Somebody asked in the comments.
I think that's a troll uncovered.
Oh, I thought it was a mod.
Yeah, it's our mod.
Oh, never mind. I'm like, hold
It's
on,
our
I'm
mod.
tired.
No, it's our mod.
He's
Yeah.
like that. He's so mean to his
I
mom.
only have the ones Kalia sent me, not the ones. I don't know which ones they're talking about.
Okay.
Mine doesn't really. I can read them.
You wanna drop me down? I'll say goodnight. I'm gonna go dig on the Facebook for a little bit, or on the FB, and see what I can find on him.
I heard earlier that the mother is potentially pregnant, and I did say it in the comments, but I don't know if you guys caught it. Based on the broad nature of the charges that they've put against her, is it possible that RJ is the father, and that's why they've gone, oh shit, he needs to disappear?
See, that was what me and my husband was talking about, because they all it was said was that she's pregnant, and based on what they booked her in with, and because we can't actually see what the DA has officially charged them with, that was my question.
They charged them with child abuse and
It's crimes against nature, and
thank you, crimes against
yeah,
nature.
I
And
went
if you
researching, and
look
it
that
basically
up, that's
It's
horrendous.
horrible.
Yes.
it
Yes.
is, but it's also a very archaic term that's used to cover a broad range of abuse, which they've tried to rule it out in a lot of cases because it's so non-specific about what actually occurs. But it covers a broad range of things, and one of which is um, engaging in acts with your own child against their will, both male and female. So, like, we have the normal PDF kind of behavior, and then there's that next level.
Yes.
So, they tried to rule it out. So, I was generally surprised when I read crimes against nature and what, like, the fact that it's tried to be ruled out completely in the US because it is so broad. But then when
Yes.
someone said, like, I think it was Erica said that she was pregnant, I just went, oh, okay, no way,
Yeah,
no way.
that's the rumor that, like I said, I can't confirm or deny that one, but that is something that has been stated, and I was floorboarded. I told my husband, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, that's what we're saying, Melissa. We don't know even if she is, and if so, who it was. It was just a theory that went through my brain that potentially, considering the charges that have been brought against her, it is a possibility.
This is just, I don't know, heartbreaking.
It really is, and and then it also, as somebody that has been myself, I've been through some trauma at a young age.
I have to.
It makes you wonder, because our mind and our mentality, which mine happened at a young age, and I don't remember a lot of my childhood. I've pushed that to the back of my mind where I don't remember it. How long has this been going on first, and how much has he tried to push to the back of his mind, other than you know what's happened recently? What is, I mean, obviously he ran away. His mental state isn't good, but to what to what degree basically is his mental state at right now?
Yes.
I will say though, that would be some fucking and it's elusive. That's why we love you. Like that is a great observation, and that does fall under the category of what they've been charged with, and
Yes.
that also furthers my point to why they would make him disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Because in court, they would have to. He would have to take the stand,
Yeah.
and oh my god. Do you think that at some point, like the dad would turn on the mom?
I think the
Honestly,
mom would turn on the dad.
I think they might turn on each other. Based on Kim's face in her mugshot versus Junior's face, Junior looks like right then and there that he's about to break as it is. I
Yeah.
think that everything that he's done, it's kind of one of those things like, oh crap, I messed up. If I don't start spilling my guts now, I'm really going to be in a hole.
How long have the two of them been married while I'm thinking about it?
Oh, I want to say since 16, 17. So around 8 or 9 years. But see, and this is another thing too, is that's the whole reason that Junior and his first wife divorced, is he was abusive, aggressive towards the first wife. And she ended up finally getting away from him. Well, then, there for a while, Junior had actually, he was finally clean cut again. And, he was trying to make something of himself. And then Kim had started working at the gas station that's up from my house. And she was only there for maybe 3 months total. She was like, oh, yeah, me and Junior is getting married. And I kind of looked at her and I was like, you know his past, right? She's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, you know why his first wife divorced him. Oh, well, none of that was true. And I'm like, okay. And I just kind of left it alone. But, who's not to say that when, the night that RJ did escape, who's not to say that he hadn't, done something to Kim at that point as well, because he escaped and then turned around and finished it off on RJ.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Because, like I said, he's known to be hot-headed. He's known to have a temper. I mean, he was willing to even, beat on his own mother.
See, where am I little like getting away from them possibly being involved in this is when he spotted on Verizon at 11 o'clock. Like, I don't know how that would still work. Like, unless it was he ran away. They wanted to fuck. He ran away, and then once they got him, they, God forbid, fucking beat him to a bloody pulp. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's what I'm afraid of right now, is because they said that, that he left and then returned a short time later. And that's what doesn't sit right with me.
But who said he left and then came back a short time later?
That was in one of the first posts that come out.
Because they were at the motel.
Yes.
So who would have known that they left the motel and came back if it was only RJ, his mom, and his stepdad? Who would have reported that?
That's what they were saying was on the video camera, is that they had him, that the video camera from the hotel which I don't even know if that's true. But supposedly that's what has Junior coming back in a short time later, was the camera at the hotel. But if that was the case, where's RJ? You know, in that point in time, did he, take care of him? Or did he finally admit, hey, he's gone. I can't do.
But if the camera picked up the stepdad leaving, you would think that the camera would have picked up RJ
RJ and not
leaving,
just the Verizon camera.
and the OSBI would have said that.
It's just, there's so many unanswered questions. And unfortunately, so many avenues that this could have taken and played out. And obviously, it's still playing out. And the more that OSBI searches and the locations that they're searching, and we're finding out, like they searching at Chadwick Weaver's house earlier, and then it come out, that the one that called in supposedly the fake sighting at Pioneer was, Junior's nephew, and each fake sighting opened a whole new can of worms.
I think I really want the answer to whether or not she's pregnant, because that would shine a huge motive on a lot of things. Because if that is the case, and my theory is correct, that would incite, by the sounds of this fucking whatever his name is, the father, the RSO, that would incite a huge amount of anger and jealousy, and he would then turn around and take it out on RJ, the fact that his missus is pregnant to somebody else, and I think that would be a huge eye opener if she is.
But if they were sleeping and RJ snuck out, then that would mean they weren't fighting.
You don't know if they were like mid finding out, like through the argument, or I don't know if they were sleeping or not. But if they found out that she is, they suspect it's his, and he's gone, oh shit, like, and RJ's tried to run away because he knows that he's gonna cop it. Right. And then they have managed to, like, this guy's gone and found him, and that's the end of that. Like, I just, finding out one way or another if she is pregnant would put a whole different spin on it.
Yeah, I think anything's possible at this point.
Sadly, at this point, everything is possible. That's
Yeah.
the sad part.
And it was so weird yesterday when I went and searched. Normally, Chickasha is a very busy little town. Like, people are always out in their yards. There's always on the street. And yesterday, it was so eerie quiet.
And something that got me, and I don't know, Stacey, if you've seen this too, but usually, especially on North Side, you've always got somebody walking. Whether they're coming from the rug house next door, or, walking to get their next fix, you always see somebody walking.
Yesterday, the entire time I was down there, I saw a total of 3 people.
Yep. Like, usually, you see quite a few people walking, whether it's the homeless, like I said, whether they're people walking from rug houses, or, stuff like that. You always see people walking. And since this has come out, you don't see hardly anybody walking. Everybody is just kind of, I think, in a state of shock. I will say, as a town, the people that have stepped up and are trying to organize the search parties and stuff on our own, it's been nice to see our community come together. But in the same sense, it's one of those, we're so hush hush, it's getting everybody, to be vigilant and not be scared.
And the thing of it is most of these businesses that are down, that are shut down, that are abandoned, you can still get in them.
And that's there's so many businesses too that are abandoned, up for sale, properties up for sale. If he is somewhere, unfortunately, the options are pretty large as far as abandoned properties and places. And that's the scary fact.
Do you not like them? Sweet and spicy? Sweet and spicy.
I don't know. I'm going to go against Chef and say I think he's alive. I think he's out there. I think he's in hiding or on the run. And I just hope and pray that he's found. And he's found safe and he gets a new beginning at life.
As much as I personally would like to hope and pray that that this poor kid is alive, even through all the trauma and the absolute hell that they've put him through, I just, knowing Junior, knowing Kim, I'm with Chef. I can't see him alive at this point. Whether they actually did something to him or, being out in the elements is taking its toll on him.
And again, I listen. I will be gladly wrong. Like, trust me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't know. Like 7 days is 7 days. 12 years old. I mean, like, yeah, okay. He's a runaway. Let's say he's a runaway at this point. Where's he running to? And then what led the parents to get arrested?
Well, they were out searching on the night of the 7th.
Right.
They were out searching on the night of the 7th. And then that's when OSBI got involved. And then they ended up arrested.
Okay, but that's my thing. Like,
yeah.
So when another thing. So from when they got arrested to when did the police actually say they believe he's still alive?
That next day
The next day after the arrest?
Yes. Well, they got arrested that night at Kimberly got arrested like at 10, and I think Junior got arrested like at midnight.
Yeah,
so she was arrested first. Then
But why?
him.
Because you mean she was booked in first?
Yes, she was booked in first. Yes,
but they could have got arrested at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah. All I know is it was 2 hours apart.
Yeah, so she probably got booked in first. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
So then it was the next afternoon is when they did the press conference.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's a decoy for them to think that that's a tactic. Hey, man, we'll take that charge versus the murder charge, and that's what they're stupid. Like, are they known to be rug abusers?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like literally, like current.
Literally, yeah.
Like they're active rug abusers.
Oh, I don't have facts, but I would say yes.
Like
I would put a good amount of money on yes that it's current because they both do have a past of it.
So no, I'm saying, but like you would. I'd have to see the mugshots and I'd tell you right away, but I gotta look them up.
I say yes.
So you would say like to the day they were arrested, they were using.
Yes.
Yep.
Math.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. No further questions.
But if that's true, I don't think that they would be sleeping at 11 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, sure they would be.
if they were coming down.
Right.
Well, not even that. Like people that use it often enough, some people can actually sleep on it. They get so
Yeah.
used to it that they go to sleep. They eat, they sleep, they do everything else that people do.
Well,
I just
here's the
want to
thing.
touch
It
on.
just makes. Sorry, Lisa. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. So the other thing I was thinking, like when I was younger, we had my parents fostered children, and we had a young girl. She was 14. And I know it's Australia; it's very, very different. But imagine crossing the country. She ran away. She was in a small country town over on the east coast. She took off because she thought that life was not treating her very well over there. And she managed to make it all the way to WA and was living in a hole in the ground with a bonnet pulled over the top of it in the bush. That's where my mum found her. She was very sick, but she had been on the run that whole time, and even she was like anorexic, that she was not well. When my mum found her, she had a really, really serious chest infection, and she was very, very sick. But it just goes to show that, like, and that was back in the 80s. There was no phones, there was no, and yet she still managed to find her way across Australia, which is just not an easy feat. Some kids are a little bit more resilient than we realize sometimes, and if he was that determined to get away, it wasn't until my mum found this poor girl sleeping in a hole in the ground that anyone even knew that she, one, was missing, or two, had made it as far as she had.
Well, I'm glad she was found.
I was just gonna add. I was just gonna add to Shishi's point there. Well, to what she was saying is that more so why he would have been able to leave at 11 o'clock at night, because they were so fucking out of it that they didn't even hear him leave.
That's possible.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just so out of it, right? Yeah, and when you're on that shit, dude, like when you're like, I haven't been, but I've been around it, and like I say this all the time because it seems like a lot of the cases we carry, that's the rug of choice. You're married to the devil, and you there's no other way to put it. Like you married to the devil, and you think and do things that are satanic, like literally, like so. And I really, really want to know if she's pregnant now. I need to know if was her court appearance on camera today?
No, it was in person.
No. But was it? Sorry, maybe I said that wrong. Was it like televised?
No.
Was there pictures of her?
No, not from that we know of.
Yeah, not from that we're aware of.
Because as far as I understand up here, you're not allowed to have a camera or anything in that courtroom.
During arraignment.
But there is mugshots up.
Yes.
Yeah. Plus,
You can go to Caddo County Sheriff and view the jail log and see her mugshot.
The only reason
and
why I
hers.
ask is because if you guys ever see her like currently, in jail, I challenge you guys to look at her wristband and see what color her wristband is, and that'll determine if she's under medical care. And I think I want to say white, but every state, every place is different. It will actually indicate if she's pregnant or not.
I still got a couple people on the inside over there.
Yeah.
And I may shoot a message out and be like, hey, non conspicuous, see if you can let me know something.
Right, yeah. But see that 11:20 on Verizon walking, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that to me is either one, he's trying to run away, gets caught by his parents, gets brought back home, and the rest is history.
But they didn't go back home. See, they were staying at the hotel.
At the hotel. And the hotel's not too far from that Verizon, right?
It's across the street.
Oh, yeah, okay then. They're still good. They're even more guilty then. Okay. So, yeah, literally, okay.
Why? Like I heard you guys say that like they put like 5 different addresses. Why were they staying in a hotel? Like what? Why were they in a hotel?
To go shower.
Did none of the other addresses have showers?
Apparently, there wasn't no water.
So supposedly the main address that they were staying at where OSBI did their big raid was at the camper site, which Ksnaps listed earlier. She showed a picture on Google Maps of the location, and it's nothing but campers. Like there's two big fifth wheel campers and a couple of semi trailers. And then all of the horses, a couple outbuildings for it looked like maybe like a dog, like for dogs or something.
I'll just use this word again. It looked like another compound.
Yes, yes.
That's what they're calling it.
But supposedly, according to Kim, when she did her interview with KFOR, is that there wasn't enough water and room in the campers for everybody to take showers, and that's why they would go to the motel. But it doesn't explain why every time that they would go to the motel, they would request the same room when they would get there to the front desk. Unless it was for the rug use or the rafficking.
Don't worry. I'll explain it later.
Well, yeah.
Who told you that they always requested the same room?
That was posted from one of the lady that posted the notice that she was in the room next to them that made the big long post that was on Chickasha Unfiltered.
Okay.
She said that I guess she is actually living there and said that it's every time that they've been there, they're in the same room. Like they're requesting that room.
I wonder if they checked the Verizon footage of. Obviously, they can't go back too far because it gets taped over. But any other time that they've stayed in that room, if they have a way to monitor who's come and gone. We had a house up the end of our street that whenever they had their goodies available, they would set off a flare. So literally everyone in our neighborhood knew, hey, the flare's gone up, business is open. So I'm just wondering if you're right, they weren't using that specific room as their offices for whatever it was that they were selling at the time. But it would be interesting to know the traffic coming and going to that room in past stays that they had there.
But as far as we know, there's no working cameras there, so.
Yeah, as far as from what I've gathered and what other people has posted, apparently there was only maybe 1 or 2 working cameras in the whole motel.
Sorry, guys. Can you spell that city again? Chick-fil-A.
CHICK
Yeah.
ASHA.
I got it. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Kasha.
Fucking Chick-fil-A. Stop it.
The only way I can fucking.
Our school mascot is a rooster.
I've called it Chicken Shit Oklahoma forever.
I've called it Shady Grady.
Shady Grady. Yep.
Everybody asks me where you from. I'm from Chicken Shit, Oklahoma.
Like he can talk. He's got bloody Sasquatch Corner up there in Canada with him.
Yeah, like listen, guys. He could spit on Verizon from the motel.
Almost.
Yeah.
It's like literally perfectly parallel across the street.
Yeah.
It's what, 5 lanes of traffic? Because the turn.
Yeah, you're literally exactly. So
well, 6 lanes because you got what,
The 2 turning
2,
lanes.
3, 1, 2.
I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 lanes.
7 lane traffic. The way they've got it set up now.
But that's the thing. Were they staying in the back of the hotel, the front of the hotel,
Nobody knows.
to the side of the bar? What area?
That, as far as I know, that hasn't come out.
Well, go ask that lady on Facebook.
She didn't say exactly where her room was located.
She's trying to keep that private so nobody comes knocking on her door.
you got Walgreens there. You got the
within
car
that
wash.
within literally basically a block. There's the motel. There's Walgreens, Verizon.
You
There's
got
Taco
Brums,
Mayo.
which literally has cameras on every corner of their building.
Yep.
And then if he went,
You got Liberty.
And then there's Oasis. They're the new liquor store. That's just right next to
Liberty's
Maytag and
got
Taco Mayo.
Liberty's got a, and sorry, I don't mean to be talking over you, but
You're good.
Liberty's got a. I can literally see,
cameras everywhere.
the camera on the building of Liberty. So this what this tells me is why there was only probably that camera, McDonald's maybe.
Hey, Chef, can you see the street lights there?
Uh-huh.
The
No,
street
they don't
lights,
have.
it's a
Yeah.
four-way stop.
Not only that, but why? From what we've always been told, the little monitors on top of our stop sign or stoplights are cameras, and I don't know how many times I've actually got a warning from Chickasha Police Department coming into town here on Choctaw, and got a picture sent to me, and it showed my car, showed me clear as day, had my tag number, everything. From what I understand, those lights have cameras on them. How did nothing pick them up if those are actually cameras?
Have they ever checked those?
We
So
don't know.
is the motel Quality Inn?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Quality Inn there. We got McDonald's there.
But see, here's the thing. That's not the only rug motel that we have here in town.
Yeah, there's that too.
That's not even the worst one.
No.
Right, but I
That would
think
be the
it's safe to say
That Castle
the
Inn.
Castle Inn. You know,
I think
south of
it's
They
safe
did-
to say though, guys. I think it's safe to say that's the motel we're working with, right?
Yes.
Like 100%, right?
Yes.
100.
Yeah, okay. So my thinking to this is, and obviously I'm sure you guys thought of this too, they may have caught him trying to run away. That's why he's caught on the Verizon camera. And he was probably shouted from across the street, "Get your fucking ass back here." Made his way back to the motel, and that's why we may not see him on any other camera.
that, and Junior would have to pick him up in a really man. I mean, kid weighed what, 85 pounds? Junior could manhandle him, but with that hip being replaced, he's not going to be able to do a whole lot of weight bearing on that hip.
But if that was the case, it would have showed him going back, wouldn't it have? To the hotel room.
That's my assumption.
Depending on if he ran, and they made, he heard him and threw him in the back seat because they're always in her truck that hauls the horse trailer.
So here's the thing: if I had to gamble,
so there's no telling what happened between that time and.
If I had to gamble, though, See, what's weird is the Verizon camera is like literally pointing towards like the door, the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
So either he was caught on the sidewalk, like closest to. He was walking on the sidewalk closest, like going towards urgent care building.
Which has cameras too, but nothing else picked him up. That's
that we know of.
Because,
like I said, there was people in suits today that went into Express Wellness and asked to see their cameras.
Or a proper fucking, abductor would know exactly where to tell him to meet him, knowing that there wouldn't be cameras to pick them up.
Do we know what he was last wearing?
What was it? A red flannel shirt, blue
Steel-toe
jeans,
boots, I think it was.
Steel-toe
brown
boots,
and
a red flannel shirt, a pair of blue jeans, and a orange beanie.
So, Ksnaps, I'm sure you saw this yourself. And good morning, by the way. I'm doing a perfect, guys. Am I not doing an amazing job hosting this live?
Yes, Chef's been awesome.
Okay, thank you, guys. It's about time I get credit. Jesus,
Watch your mouth.
it's about time I'm back to work. No, because I'm interested in this now, honestly. So literally, like he's being picked up on the Verizon camera, right? Ksnaps, which is literally right across the street. Like you,
Yeah, I know. I
even when
pulled it up.
Yeah, even your weak ass could probably throw a baseball across that
Yeah.
street. So,
Watch your mouth now.
but you know what's funny though? That's not even the type of motel I would imagine it to be. It looks pretty damn clean.
Same. I was thinking it would have been like
Yeah, like a Schitt's Creek motel or something.
yeah.
It used to be a
Best Western.
and then
Yeah.
the actual owner sold it, and then he died not too long ago. And ever since these new owners have taken that over, that place has gone downhill so bad.
I mean, the outside don't look bad, but
Get inside, and
I've
it
heard
stinks.
some horror stories.
Hey, I've been in there when you door dashed before, and it stunk. They used
Yeah.
to have a restaurant in there where you could go and eat breakfast, and they don't even have that anymore.
But like, dude, there's a mountain of cameras here. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, in that small area, there's so many cameras that should have picked him up, but only, as far as we know, only one has him.
Yeah, because on that corner you have McDonald's, and behind McDonald's is
The gas station.
Walmart. Across the street is Brahms, all on that one corner.
And then you have Pizza Hut and all them, and then the other Arvis Bank right down through there.
Is it possible that Junior knew where the cameras were, knew that RJ had slipped out,
Yeah.
and then knew exactly where to get him without being caught on the cameras? If they're using that as their depot to do whatever it is that they do.
I mean, it's possible they have lived here for years, so they know the ins and outs of town.
Let him walk a certain distance, and I can grab him from there. And
let me get him out of
no
camera.
one's gonna see
You guys realize
him.
they have cameras on the street poles, right? Street
That's
lights.
what
Where
I
are
was
they?
asking you about.
Why aren't they looking and viewing him on them then? That's what I'm saying. Like,
They
where?
probably are, but
where
they're
is that
probably
visual?
keeping things hush hush.
Yeah, but they would say that he was last seen at this location rather than he was seen at Verizon. Like, do you know what I mean? They would give an updated location rather than being caught on just that one camera.
Yeah, because that's all we're getting is that's the only location he was
That
last
was
seen.
that was the last confirmed sighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if Junior doesn't, like, they know the area, they've lived there for how long? They would know where cameras are. If
He was born and raised here.
If they're running a business from that motel and that room, they know which cameras are pointed which way, what's visible, what's not, and it's possible that they've let him get far enough away that Junior can go, and if he's pissed off enough, and even with a fucked up hip or an injury, if he's on that shit and he's mad,
anything possible.
Quite easily, like, pick somebody up, an 85-pound kid, that's tiny.
My sister was on it, and there were days that me and her would actually get into knockdown fist fights. And when I tell you somebody on that, my best friend was using it before he got clean. We mowed yards. I knew when he was using, and I knew when he wasn't, because if he was on it, he was running circles around me. If he wasn't on it, he was, falling out, going to sleep on me.
Yep.
So anything's possible. That stuff is like steroids.
And they don't stop. And then other people, they just sit there and sort of, they feel like they got bees in their teeth. But other people, like, literally, they live on it. They go to work. They, they do everything. But when they get angry, that's when that adrenaline and that surge kicks in, and they're capable of absolutely fucking anything.
Yeah, you don't know when to stop what you're doing. You black out pretty much.
I'm wondering if he waited for him to get to a certain spot, knowing that there was no cameras to pick up that, and he just went and got him from there. Like, that scares me. That they know the area so well that that's a possibility.
Ksnaps, Elusive made a good point. So you know how, like, the charges are nasty, like that whole and now there's a rumor right now, because that's all we can say it is that there's a rumor that the mother's possibly pregnant. Could you imagine if she's pregnant with RJ?
Hey, Ksnaps, can you fill me in about this? Is he missing?
Yes, this is 12-year-old missing Ryan RJ Davis out of Chickasha.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, Chickasha,
Chicken Town. Just
Oklahoma.
there you go.
He went missing January 2nd. His parents, his mother and his stepfather were arrested the 7th for super heinous crimes, like essay crimes against him, like crimes against nature is what they call it. And it's like the best way I can describe it without getting bananaed is like harsh essay to like private parts. Like super, super harsh.
And doesn't exclude animals.
Wow, that's so sad.
Yeah. So
But
right
he's
now
been
we don't
missing for
know.
8 days.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow will be 8 days.
Okay.
Did you say animals?
Yeah, it's
Yes, ma'am.
so look up real quick, Google crimes
No, I
against
can't. I can't.
Yes.
I'm out, dude. I'm out. I
Dude,
can't.
after like I was just
I
saying, like
can't.
after Nazaya all day and then this now, man, like did you drop her? Jeff?
No.
Or are you lying?
No, I think maybe she realised that that's a bit of a trigger and she may have taken a step back.
So the parents don't know where he's at.
Snaps, if you pull up those texts I just sent you,
Where'd you send them?
I text them to you. Curly, do you know you're here?
The photos?
Mm-hmm. Curly.
I don't know
No.
how I can't do that without showing like my text messages.
Screenshot it and then just.
And then just
You know what I mean?
I'm
What
on
do you
my
mean? Don't
I'm
you
on a
show?
MacBook. I'm not on my phone. I can't screenshot it.
Oh, you don't take it from your phone. Like your phone is not this screen. You're saying, right?
Right, this is Safari, so it's not text messages. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
So the parents that don't know where he's at all.
So the parents, the mom and the stepdad, have actually been arrested. They claim that he is missing. Obviously, he is missing. We just don't know if he is at this point still alive or if something else has happened to us or happened to him. And we're all just kind of the main thing that we have to go on is OSBI keeps saying and reiterating that the last confirmed sighting was at Verizon, which is literally right across the street from the motel they were staying at. And that's when, I don't know if when you jumped in or not, we've went over the whole area and, Chef brought up good points, was there bodies of water around? If he's not with us, where could he be? Is somebody at this point with rug use and all that, and based on the nature of the crimes that they were booked on, is he being held captive somewhere by somebody else and he is alive? There's so many unanswered questions at this point, and that's the biggest thing. He's 12 years old, he weighs 85 pounds, and we're going on day 8.
We're pretty much speculating on what happened to him.
And sorry, I'm not aware. They got denied bail.
As far as we know, that's correct.
Or they didn't get one.
Or they didn't. One hasn't been posted as far as like. Usually, you can see a bail amount under their mugshots on the jail log website, and it's not listing a bond amount.
So probably it's no bond.
But you know, I'm wondering. I don't think there's a bond, but with them also, like, it's showing what they were booked on, but the actual official charges, as far as you can get on ODCR or OSCN, both are websites that you can actually pull up the actual case themselves. The actual crimes that they were officially 100% charged with, since they are hidden, I'm wondering if that's also why there isn't a bond listed as well.
Mandy's saying it's $1 million bond.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably $1 million bond. That's pretty much like a schmurder bond.
And somebody's saying that the flyer says he weighs 100 pounds, and I wonder if that's what was posted on the first flyer wrong that they changed.
So any of the family don't know where he's at?
No, but they all seem to know that he had been abused.
Oh, okay. And then nobody calls CPS, I don't guess.
CPS was called in December, but he was returned back home.
Ksnaps, can you make me big?
Holy shit. Sorry, I know I'm late to the party on this one. I just Googled 85 pounds in kilos because we use that over here. My 12-year-old daughter is what we call a pull through for a daisy air rifle, which means she is like skinny as skinny gets, right? Like she's tall, she's lanky, there is not an ounce of anything on her, and she is 52 kilos. This poor little boy was like 30 something kilo. What? How was he even alive at that point? What the fuck? That's horrendous.
I think the point I was trying to make here, but so yeah, all the if literally on all four corners of that street of that intersection there, Grand and Fourth, they have these on top of the street lights there, which to me look like cameras. They can possibly be like light sensors to see traffic flow, but
That's what I was wondering, if they had checked any of those, because I believe there's 4 of
yeah,
them.
and I think Mind of Monsters is usually really good at this. I think sometimes you can actually look at them yourself, but not all of them. I'm not sure.
And I feel like there's even lights on because that's a 4-way stoplight too.
Like this is literally the one right on facing Brom, like the restaurant.
Right.
So yeah.
So if it's facing Brahms, then that would be the one, because that was the direction he went in.
So
that
if you go on Google Maps, you can literally do it yourself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To me, that looks like a camera, and the fact that they have it on there, and you got to remember too, the off ramp to the freeway is not too far off that either, and high speed chases, this and that. A lot of people tend to get off highways and they're caught on these. So I would imagine this is active.
Yes. My grandson just got his speeding ticket through there like a month ago.
I'm not trying to cut you off, Stacy, but you do know me.
I figured I was listening to your voice and I thought I did, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yep, I went to school with Danny and Jess.
Oh, yeah. I lost Danny 2 years ago.
I know, I read it and I'm like, I just seen him not too long ago. We squashed everything we had in high school and, you know, talked every now and then. And then I saw that and I'm like, crap.
I thought I recognized your voice.
A lot of people don't anymore because I went as far as my teeth got real bad. And so I just went and had them all pulled. And now everybody's like, we don't even know who you are when you talk to us anymore.
I recognize your voice, but I don't know who you are.
Lloyd.
Oh my gosh. Hi. Wow.
Small world.
Small world.
How many times did you want to wring his neck, Shishi?
A lot.
A lot. A lot. So my son went to school with Boyd and my daughter, and my son was military. Sorry. And he passed away 2 years ago.
Well, appreciate his service, and I'm sorry to hear that.
He was 38 years old.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
wife.
it's definitely a small world, and TikTok usually, it's not the first time this happens. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this is a blast. This was, I mean, a blast in a positive way that, you know, we have people that are willing to take time out of their day to actually, you know, look for this innocent 12-year-old. And I pray to God my theories are all inaccurate. I'm speaking from my gut, and I'm speaking from how I believe this is going. And I pray to God I'm wrong, and I really do. I hope I wake up tomorrow and he's, you know, found for sure. But I think Ksnaps, I think we're gonna call it.
Yeah, I'm drained.
I
Yeah.
am too.
Yeah.
Our 7-year-old is sleeping on his lap. So.
I feel
Hey,
great. I had a
Snap,
cat
thank
nap
you
in the bedroom.
guys.
Yeah,
Thank you guys
we
for
will definitely
covering.
be back on this. I'm sure Uncovered and a bunch of other our mods are like got already a couple pages full of things they would want to check out. Nayeli, good night. Yeah, definitely gonna shut it down, but you guys will if it's not myself or Ksnaps, we'll definitely be back on tomorrow. If you ain't following us, you know, give us a follow. And I appreciate Erica and your husband. I'd love to have you guys back. You know, I love your insight. It's always good to have people that are local. So any inaccurate information, you guys could kind of correct us in the neighborhood.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm hoping that tomorrow, they said earlier they're gonna restart the search parties again first thing in the morning. So
Yeah.
we'll pray we find some information.
Yes, absolutely. You guys have a great night. God bless, and we'll get back at this for sure.
Thanks,
Justice,
guys.
Thank
at the
you.
very
Bye,
least, it's
guys.
justice for RJ if we can't bring him home safe.
For sure.
Good night, guys.
Night.
Bye, guys.